Taking a look at Smooth Love Potion here, you can see we have broken below the all-time low back here and ultimately traded lower. When we tested the one level here on the Fibonacci retracement, we did have a 12% rise, which isn't really anything substantial. I was mentioning in my previous video, the last hope we could see for Smooth Love Potion is a potential double bottom, but things really didn't look that great after this 786 test here. After this, you can see that the downtrend started accelerating again, and we ultimately broke the floor to the downside. Here you can see we have found a bounce between fib levels, so we likely bounced on a micro fib, probably something like this. No, not that. Maybe right here. Let's check this. Yeah, okay, so it looks like we bottomed at the 4236 on this micro fib here, at least for the time being. You can see from the bottom of this wick here to where we are currently is a 43% increase, and where we topped out at is a 69% increase. If we take a look at the EMA ribbon and the Ichimoku cloud, the Ichimoku cloud is pretty far away from us on the daily, so I'm not really concerned about this. The EMA ribbon is also pretty far away from us, so we really need to buy this back relatively quickly, find support back on this one level, and really start chipping away at the EMA ribbon so we can break it to the upside. If we do something like this, where we make a bear flag and the EMA ribbon starts catching up with the price, it could very well push it lower. And actually here I just noticed this. If we take a trend line from here to here, you can see we've been pretty much respecting it for the most part. So in all honesty, we're probably going to need to break this trend line to the upside so that we can see a bullish move out of here. You can also see if we do find a bounce up here, we'll be encountering this red box of resistance again, as well as this downtrending level of resistance. So this could very well shoot us lower. I'm not going to talk too much on the shorter time frames. You can see we've been respecting the EMA ribbon quite a bit throughout this range. We have been testing it a lot, so we could very well break this to the upside. The Ichimoku cloud is pretty thin right here, so if we do break this to the upside, it needs to happen relatively soon. Again, validating this theory on the daily chart that we really need to come back up here relatively quickly, have a quick buyback so we can really start testing these levels of resistance before they widen and the momentum catches up with the price action. As you see here on the 4-hourly, we've already gotten a rejection of the EMA ribbon, which doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. We could do something like this, where we really start grinding away at it to the upside, but it's just something to keep in mind. The hourly is looking pretty similar for the most part. You can see we have gotten a rejection off of the Ichimoku cloud, and it looks like we're currently testing it again, getting pinched between the EMA ribbon and the cloud. So really, this probably has to make a decision relatively soon, or else the Ichimoku cloud is just going to send it lower. Taking a look at the mint versus burn rate, it's still pretty bad for the most part. The burn rate is going down substantially, so the mint rate is following it, but still the spread between the mint versus burn rate is still pretty bad in my opinion. So to sum things up here, if this is the bounce that we're going to see, the first stop is likely going to be at 0087, which is this previous low back here. If we can manage to break 0087 to the upside, we'll likely see a rejection at the red box of resistance. Ultimately, we need to break this previous high to the upside, which is sitting around 2 cents, so that way we can see a uptrend forming. Because even if we come up here like this, it could still send us lower, and we'd still be making lower highs, right? As well as lower lows. If this is somewhat of a fake out to the upside, we could very well come back down here to test the 1618, especially considering we haven't done it yet. We could very well see something like this play out, where we have somewhat of a bull flag, actually. This is considered a bull flag, and then see a move to the upside. If we can't manage to hold the 1618, we'll very likely move down to the 2618, which is sitting around 0007. So this is all I have for Smooth Love Potion today. If you enjoyed this video, go hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed already, go and do so, as I try to post content daily. As always, this is not financial advice, and I'll see you in the next one.